Hi guys, today we have with us Sir. Sir have placed almost 15,000 students over his last few years of career. So sir, today we want to talk to informally about what I should do to get a top job. International में को अगर जाना है तो what are my chances to go abroad? So there are mix of few questions. I want some hard hitting question as well. Suppose my academic record is bad. So मेरा MBA का चांस है कि चांस ही नहीं है MBA का. So all these kind of things we want to ask you today. So
Sure.
let's start with sir the first thing first. के international exposure. What are my chances of going abroad in 3 to 5 years? सर being a पंजाबी मेरा तो एक ही ड्रीम है बाहर जाना. So मुझे जो
Yeah.
सुना है कि अगर आपने फाइनेंस कर लिया तो you can't go out this and that. So a lot of problems around this thing. So would you like to address this thing first?
Sure. So there are two ways of going abroad. One is you get an international job, international offer, international placement. But what I want to tell prospective students is that don't be disheartened if you have not got an international offer, because there are lot of chances that you can still go outside later in your career. The only thing, and that is one unique point that we have at IMT Hyderabad, see 50% of the offers of the placements that we do, our students work in companies where they are working in global teams. Okay, you understand, global teams. So what difference does it make? Few differences. One is you are exposed to the global thought process. And then the most important thing, which covers your point, is since you are working in a global team, there are a lot of chances that you can go on site, or you can get a break with the client overseas. And of course, you get a global horizon. So these are some of the things which we have seen, which I have seen all the students whom I have placed. Lot of students, since we place in companies which where you are working in global teams, most of the companies, this helps you in going global, in taking up international offers.
Correct. By global team, you mean your boss might be abroad, your other team members might be abroad. So
Yeah. So, I mean, let's say you are working in one of the consulting firms, which is also all the big four hire from us. Okay, so you are working in a consulting firm, one of the big fours. One team member could be in Australia. Your one team member could be in US. The other team member could be in India. Your boss could be in some other country. So this is a global.
And you all of you are doing a work for some third party, third company.
For a third company which may be in Finland.
Some of the Finland, right? So, what is the chance of going abroad in that case?
So a lot of chances. That's what I'm saying. Since you are working in a global team, as I said, then I mean, let's say your boss is from a European country. He likes your work, so he calls you there.
Right.
Okay, so you get a break on site, or you just you get a break with your client who is an overseas client. So this is the advantage of working in a global team.
Correct. So now, sir, abhi I'm convinced that I want to enter that team. So how to do that? Like IMT Hyderabad, आपने कहा कि at your campus 50% are going there. That is the profile which is offered by the company, or once I join the company, I have to choose that particular profile.
No, so 50%, when I say the 50% of the companies where you would actually be working in a global team. Okay, so that is, I mean, not that you go there and then by chance you would be working in a global team. No, I mean, most of these companies, you know that you would be working in a global team.
Okay, so before and finalized.
Yeah.
So if I'm from XYZ college, I need to then how it is possible for me to get into good college, good company. So based on the profile, what I'm asking you is this thing decided at the campus, or this is decided once you join the company?
No, this is decided at the campus. At the campus itself, you will come to know that what kind of team you would be working on.
Okay, perfect. So this means when you're at the college, you have to talk to your placement team and then finalize which all companies are coming and giving a global exposure.
Yeah, you should look at, whenever you are choosing a B school, you should look at which all companies are coming and how many. Ask this question, that how many companies is where you would be working in global teams.
Correct. So second question, now most of the audience, there are some people who have got very low academic record. Like for example, if I take a XYZ example, my 10th is 80, 12th is 70, but graduation I got 54. So in MBA world, less than 60 is a big no-no. So that's the biggest misconception कि अगर 60 के नीचे तुम्हें job मिलेगा ही नहीं. So sir, if I've got 50 percentile और मेरा admission हो गया, I mean I'm good, that's why you are taking me in. So what are my chances to get a job on campus?
See, I disagree with this thought process. Based on my experience working for so many years and placing so many students, that is not the case. In fact, I contradict you. You know, my view is that there are roles, there are profiles, there are companies who tell you something different, and this is the kind of experience where companies come to no, we don't want academically very brilliant students, and I am not advising that you should not be academically brilliant or don't focus on studies or something like that.
Correct.
But there are companies and there are profiles where people say that we are okay with students who were mediocre in studies, and as you said, it may be due to some reason. One bad day, I mean, let's say when you had your UG exam, you were not well, so your percentage dropped. So everything is understandable most of the times, and I don't agree with the concept that if you have less than 60, yes, some companies ask for throughout 60, but it is not that if you have less than 60 you will not get placed.
Sir, I give ulta answer as well कि अगर तुम कॉलेज में पहुंच गए, if you are able to reach the college, this means you are good. Then
Yeah.
you will get a job on campus.
Yeah, true. That then you will get a job on campus. And just to add to it, as I said, not all companies ask for, the brilliant most students.
All the toppers.
Yeah.
But if you are a topper, so okay, I have done bad in my academic records, but वो मेरे जो पाप किए हैं मैंने कॉलेज में आके प्रूव कर लिया. So in IMT Hyderabad, I have a good academic record, 80 plus. So will all those previous things can be dusted off, or that will still come and haunt me?
No, it won't haunt you. It won't haunt you. Apart from some companies who have a elimination process where they see the pool is sometimes very large. If there is a company which is there are 2000 B schools and there are every B school having 500 students, so they want an elimination to happen. So they just put a criteria throughout 60%, which is the norm. Okay, but bearing that, there are companies who are okay, and there are some very good companies which actually say that we do not look at the academic record at all.
So I think this is a similar answer in a GD. Normally, anyone who is fighting, shouting is out of the GD. But sometimes company take them because they want people like that who can fight their way into the in their job in this depending on the role to role.
Yeah. So I'll tell you something very interesting. Now we talked of GD. See, GD is all about presence of mind. It is not about shouting or speaking or not speaking. I'll tell you a topic which was given recently, this year by one of the companies in a GD. What was the topic? The topic was, do ghosts exist? No, debate. No, whatever. So it's not about the content. It's not about the topic. It's not about speaking, not speaking. It is just about, GD is just to assess whether you are able to put together your thoughts and speak them out. Yeah.
Correct. Superb. Sir, now one more important question, most important question is about CTC versus in-hand. So there's a lot of debate going around that. Okay, what is CTC? Do college do that, decide that, or company take a call on that?
Yeah, I'm very glad that you actually took up this question, and that is something I would like to talk about with prospects, because yes, CTC, sometimes some students, especially freshers, have this notion that if my CTC is, let's say, 12 lakhs per annum, then I'll be getting 1 lakh in hand at the end of the month. So the norm is that you get 80% of the CTC which is in hand, and that is again when you are choosing a B school and when you are doing your research. Do your research. I encourage students to do research, talk to alumni, talk to different people in the industry and so on, and find out that we at IMT Hyderabad, we discourage companies offering more than 20% variable. So that is something that we consciously do at IMT Hyderabad, and that should be the norm. While I agree that your CTC divided by 12 will not be your monthly take home, it should be somewhere around 70 to 80% of your CTC.
Perfect. So 70-80 mean if I'm getting a 20 lakh package, my expectation should be 15.
Yeah.
Remaining 5 is going to be variable cost. Very
It
much.
is variable, and then there are some other components also which is actually yours, like PF, like gratuity, which is also yours, and of course the tax do you pay to the government, that will be
वो
deducted.
तो by default for
By-
everyone have to
yeah,
pay.
yeah.
So 15 lakh आप लेके चलो will be your in hand salary, and remaining is variable, all these things which
Yeah.
you will get but later on, not immediately.
yeah.
That sir, variable को लेके I have one issue which I normally say that variable is dependent upon your performance. Variable depend upon your boss performance and the company performance. So this means you have to keep the boss happy as well in this journey. So that is
See, I also keep my boss happy. So so that is fine. It's not about keeping the boss happy. I think on a more serious note, I would like to relate it to this. Why are you doing management? You are a management. That means students who are seeing this interview in 2 years from now, they would be doing a job as a manager or as an associate or as an analyst and all. So that means manager means you need to manage people. You have to learn to manage people, and that is what you need to do, and that is another aspect that we cover.
great, sir. So thank you very much coming and talking to us. Thank
It's
you.
my
Sir.
pleasure. Thank you.